Test 1 2. Am I forgetting anything? Is that closed? All right, real quick, let me know down in the comment section below why you picked your motorcycle, and if you don't have one yet, what motorcycle are you thinking about picking and why? All right, enjoy the vid. All right, here we are, Calveras Boulevard. I'm still running on pretty fresh tires. I think last we left off, I had about 70 miles of twisty roads on them. Right, so Harley rider, a longtime friend of the channel, also a YouTube content creator out of Canada, straight out of Canada, man. He's OG. He asked the question, you know, why did I switch over to the BMW R1250 GS Adventure? You know, previously I had a Harley Davidson Sportster 883 iron with the big bore Screaming Eagle, you know, 1200 kit. And I've taken that thing to Utah, I've taken it to Yosemite, Yellowstone, Oregon. Did me well, and I pretty much have only commuted by bike. It's only the last few years that I've been commuting 5 days a week, you know, 30 to maybe 50 miles a day. Yeah, I loved the iron, and I say it in a past tense because my heart's not really in it. I still love that bike, and I still have a lot of fond memories of that bike, but it needed to go. It needed to be replaced, and I can tell you exactly the moment where it happened. You know, it's one of those things where I've gotten my ass kicked on that bike on long road trips before, and it was all right. Like, it was kind of like, all right, well, you know, that's part of the cost. I don't go on long road trips very often, so it's not that big of a deal. But it was really just the Yellowstone road trip that it didn't make me lose love for the iron or for Harley Davidsons in general. It made me crave more, and crave I did. And I had already been looking and researching other bikes, like, so I can already say I was already considering other options. Keep gate shut. So can I go up there and just shut the gate? Ooh, kind of feel like I need permission though. Anyways, but that's the thing, is that, and isn't this road lovely, by the way? It's a pretty awesome road, especially this time of year. The golden color and the green color just really rocks. But yeah, that Yellowstone road trip, I was already considering another bike, and I was already looking and researching on the R1200, and I took the R1200 out for a test drive, and that was really the moment where it like truly sealed the deal. But Yellowstone served as this reminder that, like, I needed something with better, longer legs that could bring the adventure wherever I wanted to go. And I started to realize that, like, you know, I wanted something a little bit more akin to a windshield. I wanted something, you know, similar to cruise control, and I think I just killed a bird. I just wanted more. I wanted I don't know, I wanted to upgrade for sure. And I'm just kind of meandering on this road right now. I'm just trying to get a feel for where these tires are at, which so far they're feeling pretty good. But test driving the bike definitely sealed the deal for the R1200. And then I went on a road trip, and I haven't really talked about this, and I have all the footage for it. I have yet to put it up, but basically Gabe had just bought his R1200 back in I think like 2016, and And we went on this road trip up to Oregon, and the long end of the stick here, the TLDR, is that every 100 miles, every gas fill up for my bike, for the Iron, we traded bikes. And it was funny because, like, at the end of a 550 mile first day, I felt great. I had never felt that before. Usually 550 miles is a lot of miles to be thrown on a bike. But after 550 miles, I felt great. And that road trip just really sealed the deal for me. And the funny part is, let me turn my music down. The funny part is that, you know, I had complained about how in severe wind, the bike felt extremely dangerous. And I made videos about how to ride in the wind, and like, people gave me a lot of grief, like, you know, oh, I've been on that stretch of road and it's not that bad. My back tire just kind of squirreled around a little bit. Interesting. Probably these tar snakes, they're nice and hot. But Gabe got on my bike and we hit the coast, and we hit this little section. Oh, these tar snakes are goofy. We hit this little windy section by the coast, and actually multiple spots he was on my bike. Outside of Bend, Oregon, also there was a spot that was really windy, and I just remember all of a sudden he slowed down. He was scared out of his mind, and because the wind, it feels like the bike was just going to sweep out from underneath you. And on his R1200, like, I was able to stand up in that same section, and like, I didn't feel a thing. Like, I mean, I felt some wind, obviously, but anyways, it's things like that. Like, it's those moments that really kind of sealed the deal. So for about a year, I worked as a service manager for a motorcycle shop, KTM, Ducati, and Honda. And I knew that I wanted adventure. I knew that I wanted to go off-road. I knew that I wanted to go hit like these backcountry discovery routes, go off-road, hit the White Rim Trail, you know, get dirty, maybe go do like a rawhide training course, maybe go meet up with Everride or Accidental Broadcast, or, you know, just the sky. All of a sudden, like, my thoughts started hitting this point where with an adventure bike, as opposed to a dual sport bike, like, every option opened up. Everything. Long distance road trips to Alaska and back, and doing it quickly, and, you know, and like being able to like cover thousands of miles quickly, hit dirt, maybe not the most advanced dirt, but still hit dirt. That sounded amazing to me. And so I definitely like have quite a bit of miles on the saddle with both a KTM 1290 Super Adventure, the S and the R, the Africa Twin. On the KTM, the 1190, the 1090. I haven't really spent much time on the 790. I love the KTMs. I love the Africa Twin. I have about 70 miles or so on the Africa Twin, with the manual, with the regular transmission, not the DCT. Love that bike, and I almost made some compromises. Almost picked up a nice 1190, brand new, for half, you know, a third of the price almost of this bike, and that would have been a fantastic bike, a fantastic purchase. But I got this bike because it knocked off all the boxes, I guess is the best way to say it. The cruise control is integrated and built into the machine. It's not some add-on thing that's external. The controls are super intuitive. The brakes are extremely impressive. Get ready for these views right up here, guys. This is going to be an amazing spot, by the way. This is the spot I was telling you about. But and the Africa Twin was great. It had a lot of front-end nosedive. This has a telelever front suspension, so it's like a wishbone connected to a coil, and it truly is just kind of magical. It's like it counteracts against the dive. So I'm still getting all the benefits. Look at that view. Let me pull up over here and you can get a little glance. Yeah, awesome. But yeah, this bike just had everything that I was looking for. Look at that little dirt road right there. That'd be fun. The gate's right there. Well, it looks like it's open. But, huh. That hay though, and like I'm all by myself, nobody knows I'm up here. I'm not taking that dirt road right now. That's for damn sure. But I'm gonna come back because it looks like it's kind of, it's not, the gate's not open, but like a little walk area that I could probably just squeeze right through. But yeah, look at this. Isn't that epic? And you can just make out, like, probably not with the GoPro, but you can make out like the skyscrapers down there. Super cool. Glad I came up this way. But yeah, I mean, this bike has everything. It's got this massive gas tank, and I'll be honest, like the GSA was always kind of like a, you know, ooh, I like it, I love it. Like if I'm gonna get the GS, I might as well splurge for the GSA. But it does sit taller. It does sit taller than the regular GS, and you know, it has a different suspension, a better suspension, I would argue. I think a lot of people actually put the GSA suspension on their GS's. Anyways, and I watched the video from Sean Smoke about the GSA. That's what actually convinced me on the GSA over the GS, was one of Sean Smoke's videos where he basically literally described like the differences, and that there really are no differences. And I can truly attest, like other than a little bit of added height, you know, I tippy-toe just a little bit more, and I'm tippy-toeing just, you know, what, I don't know, like 30 some odd pounds more. Look at this. So I don't think anybody's behind me. There's that dirt road. Good Lord, I want to hit that for sure. Huh. Yeah. Looks like it even goes way over there on that little ridge. But yeah, he convinced me to consider the GSA, and so I started saving, and finally got the bike that I had been wanting. And I chose this color because I let my wife actually choose the color. She did not want the rally version. She liked this one. It just seemed more sensible, more sophisticated, and I think she was right. But I do like that rally version. It is a sexy bike. Oh man, love it up here. This is like some hiking trails. I really wish I could go off-road. It looks like equestrian trails as well. No parking. Oh shucks. Let's see, could I make it through that? Yeah, I could, huh? But then there's like a little obstacle course. That sucks. But yeah, look at that. The Delta's up there. You can see the Bay Bridge, looks like. I think that's the Bay Bridge. I don't know. I don't really travel that way too often. But you can almost make out San Francisco. Probably not on the GoPro, but and probably not through all the smog that I'm seeing, but look at that. Epic. This is only like 15 minutes away from my work. It's crazy. Super crazy. Such a nice area. But yeah, like I said, I've ridden so many other bikes, and I did like all of the other bikes. I loved the KTM's power and like that raw grunt. It definitely more of a dirt focused company. But yeah, I mean, and I will say too, like, you know, the Ducati, I looked at the Multistrada Enduro. That was just a big ass bike. I did love the idea of it, the look of it. Like, I don't know, there was something appealing about it, but it was just too heavy and too tall. And I'll be honest, it was like little stuff too, like the KTM kickstands. I don't understand how they have such a difficult time innovating a solid kickstand on their vehicles. But you know, KTM kickstands are just shit, in my opinion. They're I'm not saying they were like poorly built, they're just poorly engineered. Like, anyways, this bike just has a little bit of everything, and I love that about it, and that it's very intuitive, and that I can hook everything up and control everything here with this Wonder Wheel. Cruise control built in. Then I have all these different modes, like riding modes, that are super simple to set, and then when you turn the bike off, they're still set in the same configuration, unlike most of the other bikes where stuff would, you know, reset and you had to like fiddle around with the cockpit before you started riding off-road again, or whatever. Some horses up there, that's cool. But yeah, it's just, this bike has everything. I literally think it's I'm not gonna say it's the best value bike, because it's super expensive. There are more expensive bikes out there, obviously, but I think this is one of the greatest bikes in production today. And the only other bike I can think of that might compete against it, only because of like sheer ingenuity, would be the KTM 790 Adventure, the newest addition to the KTM fleet. But it would still have that, I'm sure, that crappy little kickstand that keeps the bike so vertically upright, where you can only really park if you're on flat ground, and otherwise the bike just wants to topple over. It's awkward. It's just super awkward. But anyways, you know, I'll stop ranting about KTM. I love their bikes for sure. Their bikes definitely excite me, and but this bike had everything. And now that I commute every day, I want intelligent traction control, I want intelligent ABS, I want killer brakes, I want, you know, good cruise control. I wanted the whole package, because why not? This is definitely, in my opinion, a very top-end product, and I'm riding it all, you know, frugally today, but I just want to be able to pay attention to the vlog and kind of take it all in. And I'm exhausted, I'll be honest. It's been a very long week, and I'm definitely running on fumes. So, look at this. It'd be great to live up here. A lot of sun though. A lot of sun. Straight ahead of us though, the Santa Cruz Mountains on the other side, and then the ocean, Pacific Ocean. And squirrel. You could probably make out the city a little bit better. I don't think there's anybody behind me. Let's pull over here for a second. Yeah, we can look at that. Hill hold assist, one of my favorite features of all time. Especially right now, like, I don't know if you can tell, but like I'm barely able to get one little toe down. Super nice. I like it. Should get the drone out here. It'll be fun. All right, got traffic coming. But yeah, I mean, what I will say about this, like, I don't want this to necessarily be a review video of the R1250 GS Adventure, but like, I'm definitely short, and you know, I've got approximately a 29-inch inseam, maybe a 30, but right around 29. And I can barely touch the ground. I can put it into a softer suspension mode. I don't know what it's called. So here, I can put it in dynamic or road. I'm in dynamic now. And then from road, I can choose like low, auto, or high, I think. And so I can put it in road and low and all this stuff. Like, but right now I'm in dynamic suspension mode. I decided a while back that I want to get A, used to standing up a little bit taller, turkey. B, I wanted to You know, I wanted to get used to the bike being taller because I'm ultimately going to be riding in enduro mode, and I just need to know kind of what I can count on and what I can't count on. But also I wanted a little bit more of a sporty suspension, you know, a little bit more contact with the ground at all times, and Dynamic does that. So anyways, trying to think. I mean, I feel like I've discussed the crap out of this. Yeah.